morning on this Monday, and a cold start to the day today. Temperatures are near zero in some spots and wind chills even lower. So if you're hitting the roads, you're going to want to maybe get that car started a little sooner, get it nice and toasty. And of course, make sure you've got your hat and gloves and winter survival kit in your car as well. So let's take a look at our travel planner. If you are hitting the road, I'm giving it green lights simply because we don't have a lot of additional issues happening, but there are still some icy patches on the roads and snowy spots on the roads from our recent snow. So keep that in mind here for today. And there may be by the afternoon and evening hours a few pockets of light snow in the southeast. And we'll talk about this in just a couple of moments. But we want to focus on getting you out the door here this morning. Again, keeping an eye out for some snow, but at least it's not as cold as it was yesterday morning. This was our temperature for highs yesterday. We were in the single digits to some teens, a high of only 6 in Grand Forks, Fargo 10. So it was a cold one. We're working our way out of that. We're at 10 right now in Fargo. It's 7 in Grand Forks. And you can see some negative numbers to the northeast. Roseau at 2 below, Thief River Falls at 1 below right now. So some areas where the temperatures themselves are frigid. But of course, we do have that wind chill factor where we have wind. So it feels more like 15 below zero in places like Oaks, 14 below wind chill in Thief River Falls. It feels like 6 below in Grand Forks. So again, cold starts to a cold day. And looking at wind speeds that are going to be on that about 5 to 15 mile per hour range for a lot of spots this morning out of the east or northeast. Here's a look at our radar and satellite map. You can see that we've got overcast skies in the valley. Out to the west, we've got one area of snow that I'm watching over by Towner County, Rolette County, back over toward Minot. Very light, but still you could have a few flakes and light snow showers there. And then I'm going to expand the view here and show you that there's a much larger system affecting other places in the valley, or rather in the plains. And you can see Sioux Falls getting snow right now. And this is the northern fringe of a much larger system, but it will brush by places like Sisseton and Wheaton and back over to Elbow Lake, Alexandria, Wadena. These areas here are where we're watching for that possibility for some accumulating snow today. So here's a look at this in our hour-by-hour planner. Most of us just experiencing mostly cloudy skies and perhaps even a few flurries out there. By noon, most of us still looking pretty quiet. Again, a couple of spots where we might be watching for some flakes. Temperatures back into the teens. Overcast weather continues into the afternoon. Temperatures teens to some low 20s. And then focusing in a little more on that part of west central Minnesota, you can see that snow starting to fill a little bit more for the evening drive for places like Wadena, Fergus Falls, down toward Elbow Lake. And certainly Alexandria looking like a good likelihood for getting some of that snow. So that could have some impacts on any travel plans. I'm thinking maybe about an inch of snow with this before it's all said and done. Just enough to make for some hazardous driving in these areas. And then of course we're watching out for snow to come in the forecast for Wednesday and some frigid weather as well. And your forecast is sponsored by Innovative Basement Authority.
It just keeps getting worse. The crack keeps growing. The doors and windows stick.
This must be very frustrating. Almost no one connects that these are telltale signs that water is shifting your foundation. But it's okay. We got it.
Oh, this is done growing in this house.
Okay.
The effects of water can be surprising, but at Innovative Basement Authority, we'll do a complete home inspection for free.
So let's take a look at our full 11-day planner. Today, again, getting back into some teens and some low 20s. Tomorrow, kind of stepping back a little bit temperature-wise. Wednesday, we start to warm up, but that involves more snow coming our way. And this is going to be more measurable for more areas in the valley. And that's what we'll be talking about next, coming up in your forecast. In addition to, of course, our first alert weather day on Thursday, signaling the first day of our Arctic air that will be taking over. Highs in the single digits, or maybe even at or below zero in some instances, and lows that stay sub-zero. And this weather, it sticks around a while through the weekend and into next week. It's not until beyond the 11-day planner that I'm starting to see some hints in our very long-range models of that Arctic air mass starting to move on. But it's going to be several days here, and you know, make sure you're ready for it. You want to be bundled up and ready to go.
And it's not just us, nationwide. We're getting hit.
Yes, it will be on the heart of it, but that Arctic air is going to be pressing farther south and to the east coast as well. So a lot of places east of the Rockies, essentially, will kind of be in the same boat as us.
Wow.
It's not even here, and I'm already scared of it and ready for it to go.
Well, we've survived these outbreaks before.
Yes.
It's just that we're not used to it, and this is the first one of the season.
Yeah.
So that'll kind of maybe harden us up for the rest of winter here
Oh,
once
there we
this
go.
moves through.
We'll get some grit.
There you
Makes
go.
springs feel real nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lisa.